You ready?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
All right, here we go.
Oh, this is the podcast studios brought to you by Machine Inc. Welcome, everybody.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm very happy to have you here. I don't know why, but I
I'm happy too.
yeah, good. So, what's new?
Look like everything go straight, the same. Some little things.
Yeah,
I'm, like going to the end of my business little by little.
yeah.
And I'm prepared to be retired, making some saving for my retirement. Maybe investment somewhere for my
Where do you,
my rest, life.
yeah, to spend a nice time with your wife?
Yes.
Retire?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Actually, for maybe maximum 4 years, maybe little early, 3 years or two, we move in from United States.
Yeah.
Not forever, like for all the year. Maybe come back in here 2 times in a year, like 2 months, 3 times, 2 3 months in a time, whatever.
Yeah.
We have my kids, my grandkids here. We have friends, we have a leadership.
Yeah. You got to come see everybody.
Yeah. So, and we have to keep going because we are American Albanian.
You're Albanian American?
Albanian American, but I say yeah.
You're American Albanian.
You know why I say American Albanian?
Huh.
Because me and my wife, we stay here more in Albania. Like we now already 23 years together.
Yeah.
And we spent just 16 years in Albania.
Okay.
So 4 more years, we're gonna be like, let's say, 27.
Yeah.
So one family life, you stay here more in Albania, so you look like American more in Albania.
You definitely look American.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
What that's where you're gonna go? To Albania?
actually, I want to split it in 3 countries. I dream to do it.
Yeah.
I'm a trust successor now to get property in Greek.
Okay.
I want to build
Where?
somewhere in the island close to Athena.
Okay.
We have some project for a couple houses there with a friend of mine. He living there already, so he have 30 years in Greek.
You gonna build over there? You?
Actually, we're gonna remodel. We're
Okay.
gonna buy a house in a property, old house.
Yeah.
We're gonna, let's say like gonna be like most new build because they're gonna be the house and they're not gonna show nothing after remodel. We're gonna have a one property.
Yeah.
2 union.
Okay.
Everything splitted like a backyard, like maybe little pool, maybe everything around.
You gonna rent 2 units?
No.
You gonna rent one?
No.
You're gonna live?
One for him, one for me.
Okay.
We're gonna be one enter. We're gonna be 2 doors. I don't know. We're gonna see about the power and like the power and.
Make sure you control the power and the water. This way, if he piss you off, you just turn it off.
No, listen. When I say friend,
Yeah.
it's not like in America. And America is different. And in my country,
Yeah.
I have before one friend.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
What do you
And,
mean it's not anymore?
It's died,
Oh, sorry.
an accident, but long time ago. And now I don't have any more. That's the other friend I say.
Yeah.
He was younger when we meet together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we stay for each other for 30 years. And he was looking for me. And maybe 1 year we connect again, and now we talk a lot together. That's why I live in August, actually in July. We go on vacation together
Cool.
in one island, Greek.
In July?
And, yeah, in July
Oh, nice.
20 to 30 July. I forget the name of the island.
Is he from Greece?
Spaces.
Spaces?
Yes, it's a very beautiful island. It's a little special. You can use a car on this island. They using just 4 wheels.
You can't use a car?
They using just police, ambulance.
Okay.
They have the community service. Blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
But you can go be like a vacation guy. You go with your car, put in a boat, go on an island, and you use your car, your own car. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're gonna have a taxi. I never was there. They have a taxi or something because Uber. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. Because the island is little quiet. It's gonna be nice to stay, but
How long you gonna stay?
10 days. I'm gonna stay more 5 days in Athena with my
Okay.
friend. Spend a little time together,
Yeah.
and maybe 3 or 4 August. I go into Albania 1 month.
Okay. Oh, so
I
you're gonna
be
have a nice
around.
summer.
I'm gonna drive all Albania the first time, with my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy from north to south, mountain to sea,
Okay.
everything.
That sounds nice.
It's gonna be long, first time like a month and a half vacation.
Yeah. Well, you need it. You deserve it for sure.
I think so, but the America have some problems. We never have a vacation so long because my wife never have a more than a week.
Oh, from work?
Yeah,
They
from
give you
work.
1
And
week.
Now she gonna quit the job, and then we go vacation, and she gonna find one other job because they gonna fire.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way. So it's another problem way big. She is a little, she want a job.
Yeah.
We see after that. So.
Well, you guys got the adventurous spirit. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Because that's scary, no job, It's not always easy. People, they like the comfort. From what I know from you, you always you like to I don't want to say explore, but you like new things, new experience.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
And this time, in the United States, they
Yeah.
change little things, they say for the specialist workers, they're missing everywhere. Construction, the young generation, they don't like to work.
Yep.
They now have a specialist, they say for everywhere.
They
So-
have it, but they not specialist. They don't know what they're doing.
That's
ones-
why I
yeah.
understand, but they're missing, they're looking for workers everywhere, And I told my wife, and she say, "Listen, this is in a paper. It's not really. Well, it's not really. They say have a job, you can go everywhere, and you can go nowhere. Nobody hire.
Yeah.
And if you see all the prices, material, and everything, the life is very high,
Yeah.
and the money for the workers no move.
Stay the same.
They stay the same.
Yep.
So let's say the pens you needed like 15 years ago or 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
you was need to get away the life, nice life, they was need like a $60,000 or $70,000,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Now you make maybe 80 with a little up, the
For the same
payment
work. Yeah.
for the same work. But to make a life, you need 200.
I know. I know.
It's like a joke,
Yeah. It's a weird time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's changing quick.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be fixed later, but
Y-
not for us.
You think you work over there? You just try to stay somewhere else? Or
Actually, I feel strong and good
yeah.
condition. My brain and my physically body,
Yeah.
like I like to work.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do. I think I gonna do something around, like whatever.
Yeah. Cuz you're going to get bored of a month and a
Oh,
half.
of course, if I don't go to, I'm gonna do something for, for making money, but I want to do something to spend the time, like I
Right.
can't stay. Like some people go on a coffee or stay for something, maybe on a weekend, but not all week.
They got the beaches over there? Or no?
Where?
In Greece. Is that beach on that? You says island, right?
I don't know. How, what is the yard and yard and a meter? How is,
Compared to feet?
yeah,
What do you want to know? How many yards?
yeah.
Okay. How many yards?
What, the 1 yard is 1 meter? 3 yards, 1 yard is a meter?
I think a yard is like 3 feet.
Yeah, it's like a meter. 3
Okay.
feet is 99 centimeter.
Okay.
So it's a yard. So it's 100 yards far from the house.
Okay. The beach.
The sea
Is it sand or no?
is sand.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's a little bit, it's a sand. Not a little bit. It's sand exposed. The other is under the trees.
Okay. What do you have to be covered over there? Or
What I
they,
mean?
they going naked over there?
Naked?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Most beaches naked doesn't have in Greece, have in French. The French is more civilization people for naked beaches.
Naked bitches?
Yeah.
Is it? That's what.
I'm sorry about my language. Maybe it's not to say like that. Maybe.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, but
I understand.
I don't know what's the difference between the beach, so one no good lady, and a beach like the sea where you go and take
They say life's a beach.
life to beach.
Life is a bitch. That's what they say.
I don't know. Maybe
Life
I
is
can
a-
find out one day, but right now I'm not making a lot of difference, so I'm really
just-
confused.
So over there, it's just like regular. But it's topless over there?
Say again.
Is it topless? I'm American. I've been deprived, my whole life is.
Okay,
I got the internet, but
that beach they call it Selamina.
Selamina?
Yeah, it's very close to Athena, and the moment it doesn't have a bridge, but the project's gonna be beach. Gonna be bridge there.
Salamina.
Salamina, yeah,
Like a salami. Nah.
not like a salami.
What the hell they spell it? Oh wow. So check what we can do. Oh well, you could see it a little bit. Oh yeah. That's where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
That's paradise over there.
It's paradise. It's paradise.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, so I got to tell you a side story. One time we were in Mexico. I was little, I was like 15 with my cousin. So, there's some girls around, young girls. So they said, we're talking to them. It's, what's your name? It's, oh, my cousin tells, his name. She says, what's your name? So my name's Salami. He goes, salami. He's from another country. He says, yeah. So we're just joking around. We're playing. And then he says, we see you later. We talk later. Parents are calling us. So later on, we're out to dinner with our parents. And all of a sudden I hear, salami, salami. And I look, I said, oh, hi. My mom says, are they calling you salami?
You know,
Yes.
one thing, the languages around the world,
Yeah.
they have a lot of words. It's so weird to one country to the other country with the languages.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, the car is in English.
Hmm.
What is car in Albanian language?
Oh.
It's the dick.
The dick?
Yeah,
With the or just dick?
the dick.
Dick.
Yeah, everybody say car. And when the people,
How do you say my car in Albanian?
Hmm?
How do you say my car?
my car,
Yeah.
kari.
I thought you said dick.
No, dick is in English the car.
Oh.
In Albania. The car.
Oh, so you say car? That means dick in Albanian.
That means dick in Albania.
Okay.
So when the people come in here, 1990, I told you, like a lot of people don't speak in English,
Yeah.
and they say, they go to friends or to cousin, like invite somewhere, like a vacation or you come.
Yeah.
They say, okay, where you was? But they say, I clean my car, in a car wash, but they listen, and say like a little bit in English sometime, for the explain to people, like, what the fuck is going on over here? And, this country is so big, like they talking like this straight for those things. So it's not just that one,
Yeah. Yeah, some things they translate.
Yeah, like or Italia, like my love.
Yeah.
They say caro mio,
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah,
My-
my dick, like they say, because it say that is when the female say to the boyfriend, like
Yeah.
a caro mio,
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
I gotta come over here.
Yeah. So the language that you say salamina is not to say that one, or salami.
Yeah.
Salami, like you say, salami is like in the countries where there's a Muslim people.
Yeah.
Salami is the name of my father-in-law.
Is it?
Yeah. But the apostrophe, they call it apostrophe when you
What's that?
say a word.
Okay.
Like the words is I don't know how to say it in English. The A, I, A,
The vowels.
U, or the S, the S or the other one is different.
Okay.
We say we have an R word, something, like a different, like if you see those, they have a sound more and the
Okay.
other one doesn't have, like
Oh, you put the expression.
you put the expression, like a salami
Yeah.
or salami. So
Oh.
you put an A, it's different. You put an I, an A, it's salami.
Yeah.
It's
The A or
different.
the S or the
So,
I. I
And,
got you.
what is the problem? Because sometimes, the A in English, read it E. It's
Yeah.
separate,
Yeah.
Like you spell my last name.
Yeah.
My last name is Nure. It's not Nuri.
Yeah.
But they spell it when somebody asks me for my last name. I don't spell it like I say it in my language because other way they're gonna write it wrong.
Yeah.
So Nure
Yeah.
is my last name is Nure.
Right. Nure.
Yeah, Nure. They spell it. in a language in Albania. In here, they're not supposed to say in any language my name is not supposed to change, you know?
Well, they change even my last name. You say it English, but in Sicilian it's not. They say Shanna, Sicilian.
Yes.
But here you say Siana or they
That's
Sciana.
correct. I know that. I know it when you say, you know.
The
In
only
Sicily is different
yeah, Sicilian.
because it's a most in Europe. In Europe, some countries they still have you know the Latin
derivatives.
derivative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of Spain they have a lot, and you know in the Spanish, you know, like a lot of words is almost spelled the same in Albania because there's the Latin the base,
At
you know, the
okay.
main.
But what else? It's similar to Greek.
No, language the Greek
I don't
is
know
different,
much.
you know, like but and the talking
Yeah.
is a little close, but when the writing is different, you know, the alphabet.
Yeah.
The alphabet is different because it's a long story now, and I don't want to talk too much, you know. Like, but anyway, they using you know the old Greek
Alphabet.
alphabet. You know, the old one is actually the Greek alphabet was like 2,000 years ago to 4,000 years ago. Like it's like
The original.
the 2,000 before Christ. You know, like it was the Greek alphabet. You know, like
Yeah.
and
That one change it?
they changed some. You know, like they reduced it. You know, like you know the.
Yeah.
Greek there was not exist before was this Elada. You know, the Greek was made in 18th century
Okay.
from was involved German most, you know, German and England.
Okay.
You know the island.
Yeah.
There was make you know like they make together you know the new country you know the Greek. And they say, you know, like
They do know everything.
yeah.
Politics.
So because
and,
before that one, there was exist like a Macedonia. There was exist like a some like a you know they make the new so the model country. You know, like the be like a real country. You know,
Yeah.
like the Greek.
they try to make the better one. Well,
Yeah,
that's why they
so
or no, they escape something or why? Why they do it?
actually, you know, when there was maybe if the Greeks hear me when I talk this way, they wanna kill me, you know. But I don't care about this one. You know, like when they make the country, you know, the population of Greek, let's say it was like a 6 million,
Yeah.
and a 4.8 million was Albanian
Okay.
population.
Yeah.
They start changing the names. They start changing the name, and you know they got they did a lot of you know like I don't know how to call it when you get the pressure to the people, you know, to
What?
kill, to take the language out, to
Yeah.
change the names.
They oppress the people. They try to.
Yeah, they press a lot.
Yeah.
Most of the press a lot. That was now happen only the south. Was happen north too from Serbia. Because if now Serbia, let's say, is like a close to 7 million.
Okay.
If they go and do the DNA,
Yeah.
okay, you know the DNA now is coming.
Yeah.
You can do it easy,
The 23 and Me, where they take the blood and they
Yeah.
tell you your origins.
Yes, they can come Albania almost 60%. The Serbian, the Greek. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you a story. It's a real story.
Yeah.
And 103.5, the radio, Chicago.
Yeah.
You hear it sometime in the morning
Yeah. I used to listen a lot.
with a guy who's the name Freddy. No, who's the name?
I don't know anymore.
Anyway,
I could look it up.
and one girl, you know, is in the radio.
Yeah. Hold on. Thank you, sir.
And she say all the time, I'm Serbian.
Okay.
But what's the problem? You know, when she learned about the DNA test,
Okay.
she was like curious to know, and she say, I wanna do the DNA,
Yeah.
and she did. You know what she was after the DNA test?
What's that?
Was 75% Albania and 25% Greek, and nothing, zero Serbia. She go home and say,
Zero Serbian?
yeah.
I know. Don't you? That's funny. I feel
She
like I'd
go
be
home,
zero
She
Italian.
go home and heard the mom and asking the mom.
What you
Her
do?
father was dying. She say, how I am Albanian? She was looking the girl, her daughter, like a 45-year-old, the daughter.
Yeah. What you
And
do?
she say the story.
Yeah.
She say, I was Albanian. Your grandma doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
So they adopted me.
Oh, okay.
And when I was in Greek, I married your father. But your father doesn't make kids,
Oh, really?
When I was in the Greek,
So it's from Greece still.
Yeah.
It's still coming from Greece.
yeah,
What you think you said?
the guy in the restaurant, they go on the vacation there. When it's your father, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's a Greek.
So that was
But
the
listen
show
to
is
me.
Fred. You're right. The
But-
Fred show is what it is.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
Fred morning show.
Yeah.
But the problem is because the guy in the Greek it's not even 100% Greek. He's 50% Albanian, 50% Greek. He's not even.
You think a lot of it's Albanian blood?
I gonna say in the Balkan.
Yeah.
If you taste all the Balkan,
Yeah.
now in the Balkan it's supposed to be like 30 million. 22 million is Albania blood.
Probably. I mean,
Yes.
well, like I don't know much about Sicily.
You
but
know,
Sicily's been ransacked,
you
right?
know Sicily.
Everybody's been in Sicily, right?
You know Sicily.
I don't know the history too well.
Okay, I say some history for Sicily.
Yeah.
In the 15th century,
Yeah.
1453,
Yeah.
1454,
Yeah.
the Turkish got back Albania. The Perandori, Ottoman Perandori,
Okay.
and North Albania was Catholic. No, was Orthodox. All Albania was Orthodox in the meantime. Like at that time.
Okay.
And they don't want to change, to be the religion to Muslim, because the Turkish Ottoman got an Albania and it start changing. He get the kids, he send it to Istanbul, he
Okay.
make a soldier.
Yeah.
And 10 years and older, he get it. He don't leave it to grow up more than 10 years, the kids,
It's
And
a different world, man.
Yeah, took it in the Turkish, thousand kids,
Mm-hmm.
male.
Yeah.
And that population in north, they don't want it. They go from Skodra, North Montenegro. They drive around to. No, I think they go to the how's call it Venezia.
Okay.
And from Venezia, they go to Sicily.
Okay.
They call it Calabria.
Yeah.
Okay. If you know, that's Albania. Calabreses.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 100%. They know. They come sing in my country. They sing in my country. They have churches. They have shirts, from
So a lot of the Calabrese come from Albania?
almost everybody. Yeah, there was
That's
was no population. It's 15th century, no population. Calabria was empty.
It all came from there.
They come from there. They find the empty. It was so strong place,
Yeah.
like it was mountains. Nobody can live. Nobody like it.
They have the Italians, they have a stigma for the Calabrese. They say,
I know.
okay. What do they
Okay.
say?
I can now, but anyway, so
I don't know. Yeah. So, okay. So they took over, they inhabited Calabria.
Yeah, Calabria is almost 80% Albania.
Everybody Albania.
Maybe everybody, maybe, but I'm not 100% because like people married with, like we marry
Yeah.
Italian and Albania,
Yeah.
and some it doesn't move, some have a properties, like a
Yeah.
stay. It's not supposed to be everybody, but
So what happened with Sicily?
a lot of Calabrese, like moving down Sicily, like moving, Sicily because it's a lot of country, a lot of a lot of years, it's like a
Yeah.
700 years.
Yeah.
600, 700 years, the people go down, buy properties, but they still in married with
Yeah.
they families,
Yeah.
They have schools, they have everything. They say it. They have it. The priests,
Yeah.
but when they change, or when they go from Albania to the Italia, they change the religion from Orthodox to the Catholic because it doesn't have Orthodox in
Italy.
Italia. They want to be same. They don't want to make a start fighting or whatever,
Yeah. So they
So
adopt
they
to what's
change,
there.
adopt.
So where have you been? And you've been a lot of places over the world?
No, not a lot. No, I was in Italy, Rome, Milano,
You've been to
Venezia. I
been to
was in, Rimini. I was Italia, but I like to go one day. The house called Capri.
Yeah.
Not for long. It's not too good to stay, but it's good to be there. To stay maybe because that place, what I know, they use it for rich people. They don't want it, like to get, like
Tourist.
they live in there. They most of the beautiful places.
It's tropical, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Where else you been in the world? You've been
no, Greek,
you been to France?
Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
You lived there?
No, my brother living there.
You live
Melbourne.
Melbourne?
Yeah, the same year I come here, 2003 August.
Okay.
He was living 2002 December.
Over there.
And yeah, they're far from each other.
You only live in Albania and America, or you ever live in other countries?
No, I was in a Greek, for the like a part time, like a not like a 3-4 months and go back, like most
Yeah.
a long time was 7 months.
Okay.
I working like sometime in Greek, from 1992,
What type of work you do?
1991, construction all time, my job. Always,
Always been in construction?
always.
I thought you were a police officer.
Actually, it was like 2 years or 3 years. I was not police, but I was police, the paperwork, but actually I was fireman,
You have a
But
gun?
in my country, the fire department
Yeah.
was under the police department.
Okay. So it's like the same.
So we have a gun, we have a uniform, we have a. If I walk in the street, nobody can. I don't have something in my shirts, to be different than a cop.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was actually because we are cops, an organic.
Yeah. How
And
long?
I worked like 3 years because
Yeah.
my father was for all his life 33 years fireman.
Oh wow.
This is why I want to go. But that was the time when I changed the system from 98 to 1991. And after, everything was changed, everything. So I don't like to serve anymore, because I don't like, the transaction, from communist to the democracy. They destroy everything, the organization, everything. And it's a long story, but I don't like to keep going anymore because I was,
What was it? It was communist before?
yeah,
You like that? It was good?
no.
But
Actually, it's like the dogs or the animals talking, and you find the dogs who can talk, and you say, answer the dog. So, are you like your dog, or you like to be something else, to be lion or elephant?
What? What?
Listen, when you say you like the communists, I burn this system.
Yeah.
The communist system in Albania, they
Yeah.
come in because there was not a religion or something, was coming, like the system was start application
Okay.
1900, like in Russia first, the Bolshevik Revolution.
Okay.
They taken down the kingdom, Russia, Tsar.
Okay.
So was Lenin, 1913. But they start in a theory, like in a box, from two German people,
Okay.
English, Engels and
Okay.
Marx. If you read it, those guys, so there was a writer, politician writer,
I know about Marxism from
and
history, but
Engels. There was like a, for they were writing for the capital, like the economy, how it's going, like how the products come in, where the revolution technology to come up,
yeah.
the people not gonna work, like they change the system.
Yeah.
From slave or owners, like it was before,
Yeah.
like, and they go to the capitalists, like, the factories and everything, like, it's a very
Yeah.
long, but that's the time, in the 20th century, the communists come in, like a system,
Yeah.
and there was a practice first in Russia.
Okay.
Russia was a big country, so he half act they go in the west,
Okay.
go in Czechoslovakia, Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, all the way, like to Hungary. And if you're reading, if you're reading like a
It spread like a
story,
virus.
yeah, there was and the second world, when the second world coming,
Yeah.
there was split more hard, So the effect was there was catch the German,
Mm-hmm.
because the German, was the main country. They make the second war with the Hitler.
Yeah.
And they splitted the German into two parts, east and west.
Okay.
In the west, there was effect from west coast. The west coast was effect like a Italia, French, Switzerland, all the countries all the way to Spain and with America
Mhm.
and Canada,
Okay.
together. So they take care of the west coast, the German. They were called Federal
Okay.
German Republic.
Okay.
The other one was called different. There was two part of NATO.
Okay.
And Warsaw was capital city to Poland, but it was the center the army forces from East Coast,
Okay.
communist force. So there was the main country, like was in the NATO, was America.
Mhm.
The other country was Russia.
Yeah. In the east, it was mostly the communists.
That was called started fighting again,
Mm-hmm.
but that was called the Cold War.
Yeah.
Where and in 1990 we separate. But what's the story for Albania? We have the most harder system communist. Like the practice,
Yeah.
more harder than all countries.
They put it into place.
Yeah,
100%.
so our leader was Enver Hoxha. The guy who was the power for 1945 to he died 1985.
Okay.
But before he died, he was sick from sugar, and maybe the last 5 years he was leave, get more power, his wife was take care of him, and after 5 years to 1990, where what happened. First of all, in German, the Berlin Wall
Yeah.
cooled down. After There was split at Yugoslavia. You know, there was a lot of countries: Slovenia, Croatia, Macedonia.
Mm-hmm.
There was split at Serbia, different Montenegro.
That came all between the split of the
Yes, it was
communists
the
changing.
time. It was the time, yeah. 1987, 1989, 1990. You know, and that time was the bad time for Yugoslavia because the power was one of communists, Milosevic.
Okay.
He was doing very strong, power because he have to cut down the countries he have around. I told you, most was Albania,
Mhm.
and they was living. Now we live in a lot of countries. You know, like I told you, we
So-
have a Kosovo,
Yeah.
we have a Montenegro, we have a Serbia, we have a population.
What
like
was
a-
changing though? What changed? He was going from communist to democracy,
Yeah,
and you didn't like it, or it
Who-
was just you.
what I know, like
You said there was the hard time that you.
hard time because they want a population live so long in a system and you changing. It's too hard. It's mentality, like they call it here in the United States the brainwash.
Yeah.
We are born over there. There was the religion. Nobody believe in a God.
Yeah.
Just the old people sometimes but can say it. If you find you like a cross and an egg or something or book
Yeah.
or the Bible,
Yeah.
they put it in a jail.
Or
Yeah, before 90. And if you pass the country, you go out,
Yeah.
escape.
Yeah.
Your family, you go not in a jail like in a prisoner, but they go in a places like a camp, like a
yeah.
they working like a slave, and they
Yeah.
it was like a
Like a treason or something, like a
yes.
traitor. So
yeah,
they punish
shredded,
your
very
family.
bad, very bad, very bad. That was, 1990. That was the
What was the population? Because Albania is not that big, is it?
I told you, if you get the DNA now, we are maybe. Oh, I don't say in the United States and Australia and Turkish. We have a lot of people in Turkish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in Turk maybe we are like 9 million. In Turkish territory.
Yeah.
But they don't say anymore in Albania. They say we are Turk.
Well, they've been there so long.
yeah,
Now
they're
they're
there
Turkish.
for 400 years, 300, 400, 500.
Yeah.
They change,
Right. Now you adopt.
Yeah, but if you
culture.
say it's close to my country, like let's say in the Greek.
Yeah.
The Greek get territories for territory for us. They pull out the people for the land they take
Yeah.
It's in the south was one territory they called Chamaria.
Okay.
The people was Cham, and they was called Chamaria. 1944, they kill a lot of people. They kill women pregnant with
Bayonet?
bayonet. And they send it out. They come. It was like
So what? Take the land?
they would take the land, and they say they never say, and from 1940, 45 to today,
Yeah.
we still we're still with the Greek, and it's ridiculous because the Greek is
So they took the land
in
from you.
Europe, and
Yeah.
we're still in a where position. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah.
So we are enemy between countries. That's stupid. They say, "Oh, it's formality.
Yeah.
It's not the real." What do you don't take it out from the paper if it's not real? Because they keep it that one, so the Albania
Yeah.
they can't look for their properties and their houses there.
Okay. So they took it over.
They took it over. They say we took it over because they helped the German. They was working cooperation with the German behind the country, the Greek. They was stupid. Like nobody.
Well,
believed that.
a lot of people were. Italy was too.
Oh,
for a little bit.
everywhere, but Albania but have a lot. Too.
They
But
switched.
they're still there. Nobody sent it out.
Yeah.
Nobody said that. Oh, the Italia too. They're there. It's from now the prime minister in Italia.
Hmm.
You know her name,
No.
Meloni.
Meloni?
Meloni is a very powerful lady now.
Yeah.
It's friend to Trump. Yeah, and she's a granddaughter and Mussolini.
Daughter of Mussolini?
Yeah, the Mussolini,
Granddaughter?
the Duce. You know Duce?
No.
Duce was the Mussolini, but was like a nickname.
Well, you think they're gonna take over again?
Actually not, but a lot of people like to do tattoo. The symbols, the fascists and the Nazis,
Oh, jeez.
If a lot of kids, if you shave the head,
No.
you're gonna see the Nazis cross in the head,
No, buddy.
under the hair.
Not anymore.
Yeah. They
Where?
see it everywhere.
Everywhere? Get
Yeah.
out of here.
You know what happened. The politician is left and right.
Yeah.
Some say left is like a social,
Okay.
right is like a democracy, like in the United States. The Democracy Party,
Yeah.
they say it's a left party.
Yes.
Republican is a right party.
Yeah.
Whereas the liberals sometimes stay in the center,
Well,
or they have a center left or center right or extreme. Extreme is a right extreme is like a fascist, like a.
Yeah. Right.
So if you see it now, most like the room, room.
No.
Yeah, it's like a river have water, and some water go more faster and different warm, or an ocean, or
Okay.
on air. They have the air go. They call it. I don't know how to call it, the way.
Okay.
It's like a politician way or the
So it's-
direction.
So
It's
they're
like-
steering everybody.
Yes,
It's
so-
like propaganda. They
yeah,
want
like
you to.
a propaganda. But now, in Europe, it's most the extremes, the right extremes that come to power, in a lot of countries.
Right extremes. But it's
Yeah.
not so extreme anymore, is it?
Yeah, they do. They don't like refugees. They like to send it out like a
Because
Trump.
it seems like what used to be considered liberal is now considered a little more. Republic.
Anyway, so they say, I don't know. I'm actually, it's very complicated actually, to talk about those things.
Yeah.
You have to be like a little, little clear in the brain. You have to know the history,
Yeah.
how they grow up, the globe
Yeah.
from long time. How it's gonna. There's some countries was powerful, some country was poor.
Yeah.
Some grow up bigger, some disappear, doesn't exist anymore countries,
Yeah.
Like Albania is supposed to be no country, no Albania anymore now. The story starts 1913, was like a Congress in England.
Okay.
And there was England, French, was America too,
Okay.
And was they talking about Albania supposed to exist anymore country, or supposed to take the borders and map out?
Give it up.
They give it up.
To who?
And we are, because the time was Wilson was the president of the United States.
Okay.
Wilson, the story.
No.
And he survived us.
So the U.S. saved.
He don't vote for the aggravator. So he was okay. They take some lands in the north,
Mhm.
the west, the south, like a Greek, I told you.
Yeah.
But the Greek they tell you later. But they survive, because we were under Ottoman Perandori, like they say, it doesn't exist like country.
Yeah.
But we have land. We are there from ever.
Yeah. It's gonna stay.
We have, like a kingdoms, Illyria.
Yeah.
Illyria was like in the same time in the Greek.
What's that?
Well, Illyria.
Yeah. How do you spell it?
I
Mm-hmm.
L
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
R I A.
Lydia was an ancient region on the eastern coast of the Adriatic Sea, corresponding to modern day Albania and Montenegro. Lydia.
No, now,
Palace.
okay.
The palace, you said?
Hmm?
The kingdom?
That was.
Was, right?
But what I want to say is because we have a lot of enemies, almost all the big countries. They stole my culture, our culture, they stole everything. We have schools and everything and language. They burn everything. They stole all statues, reading, everything.
It happened a lot, though, no?
Years. They don't leave us. They close schools. They don't leave us to talk in our language.
That's like every culture, though, if you go back far enough, no?
Oh, no. If you see it now, like if you see, they say the border is to Montenegro and down,
Yeah.
Oh, it's not, they pushing down, they making country. Like let's say here live in Albania.
Yeah.
They start bringing houses, and they bring Serbian people down and push Albania out.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
now it's like a 50-50 in Montenegro, but they still in our land.
Yeah.
And now they say not even half, but they say the border with Albania is Albania,
Yeah.
and that population is Albania. Still, they say,
Yeah. It's half.
yeah. That's why they have in west, they have in south. So
Well,
if
they
you see
they
it,
shrink it, right? Slowly.
okay. If you want to see the right or the truth,
Yeah.
it's still in a Roma and underground the Vatican.
Okay.
You know
Yes.
Vatican?
Yes.
Everything is there. If they open up and take the documents and everything, they're gonna say what's the bigger country it was. We have Albania 4 pope in a story.
Okay.
4 pope was Albania.
How big is the country now? How many people?
Now we're supposed to be 4 million, but 1.5 is out. Like a going back and forth, but they don't live in there. They have a mom and father there and living around.
Kingdom of Albania.
Okay. It's on border.
We can't. All right. We
You
can't.
see that?
Hold on. Is it the same as this? I want to get a picture that you could see. Is it like this? This is the kingdom. Without you sitting down, I can't hear a word you say. How about this? This one? All right, sit down. Sit down here. I'll use it with the mouse. You gotta talk into the. Otherwise, I can't hear nothing.
Okay.
All right. So from where?
Oh, okay. Now it's a little, that's what day is that one, the map? That's the 14th century,
1912.
Yeah, see? That's a joke, You see the Montenegro north? You see the lake over there?
Yeah.
This fucking doesn't exist. That was all the way to the top. You see the between Ottoman Empire and Albania?
Yeah.
You see the light brown?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, the light brown there.
Yeah.
You see all the way to the north. The Albania was all the way to right there.
To Serbia?
Yeah.
And it went past Montenegro this way, past this. What is this river? Is this a river here?
Yeah. That's not river. That's the border with Croatia. That's
Okay.
Croatia over there.
Whoa. Okay.
So the Croatia is different people,
So you pretty much everything that's brown.
Oh, not everything.
is that the
Not
Ottoman?
everything.
The
You
Ottoman.
see the Bulgaria?
Yeah.
The Bulgaria and close to there, you see some cities, like.
Yeah.
But that's just like 2,000 years, like 2,000 or 2300 years before Christ, you know.
Okay.
After we shrek it, you know, like
Well, so let me ask you this: the Ottoman Empire, is that all Albania?
what?
All this says the Ottoman Empire.
That was all Albanian.
All this, everything in beige,
Yeah, it was in a time, you know, like 500 years.
and Montenegro too.
No, remember Montenegro? No, I don't think so.
Any part of Greece?
Yes.
So the Adriatic Sea was probably the main reason, right? Because everything is coming in and out, right? From here, this area here, you get a
It's
lot.
all Albania from there, you know, but all the way up. You know, you see that the beautiful, yeah, the Montenegro.
Yeah.
That was Albania. All this, you know, Podgorica. You see Podgorica?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. How do you get the water in there?
What?
How do you get the water in there?
Where?
Here, how's the water get in there?
No, that's lake. It's a no.
It's a lake,
not
it's not the
sea.
ocean?
Not salt.
Oh, that's fresh water.
Yeah, it's fresh water.
Oh, that's
Fresh water.
nice.
It's very nice.
You get both. You get both. You get the sea and the fresh water.
Us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the other lake, you know, they take it. See the other lake here?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
That's Ohri. That's us. You see how much we have now?
Oh, they take half. They take
Half. They take 80%.
But look, you still got the beach. You got a nice part of the beach. At least they didn't cut just the corner. What about this? They screwed you on the bitola.
Yeah, and the Bitola.
Yeah,
they have we have a little bit over there. Actually, it's not like that. You know,
it's a little.
it's more. You know.
Yeah. Let me bring this back up to us. So, okay. You know about the Ottoman Empire? Why do you know so much about history?
Why?
Yeah.
You know how much I read in my life?
You read a lot?
I know not just for story. I know a lot of things, you know.
I know you always tell me a lot of the history.
I know from
What about the
Mongolia, you know, the Mongolia is the first perandor in the world, you know, the first one. Kyrgyzstan.
Talking about Pandora?
Yeah, the Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, you know, he was no fault in Japan. And
Kingston.
Kyrgyzstan.
What year?
It's like a 600 BC. What about Mongolia?
Mongolia, 600 BC. 1206. This is 1206 after. This is, I don't know, 600 AD. We're Mongolians. 600 AD. This is 1200 years past what you're asking for.
Okay, Mongolia was, there was, yeah.
The Mongolian Empire?
Yeah.
Let me look that up. So what is the...
Yeah, look at the red. You see where it was? Was all the way to the Turkish. You know, got all Asia. Where's the Perandor? You know, the Kyrgyzstan.
This is 1259.
Before BC.
No, I'm trying to bring it up.
Yeah, BC. Before Christ.
Mongolian, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm going to find it. It's all after. This one? It's all 1259. Maybe maybe 1259 is the important part of their history, because hold on, let's see. Mongolian history, 209 BC. Oh, you're talking like, that's like the origins of man. Is that what you're talking about? The origins Origins of man. What?
Origin of man. You know what is that?
What? It looks
Because
old.
he was around everywhere, and he have let's say the blood now.
Who?
Is the king, the Paranor
Who? Khan?
Khan.
The Mongolian Empire. The Grand Mongolian Empire history. Why 600? This is a map. This is the nomadic empire. This is it?
That's Mongolia. Anyway, but when it's shrank it, like but in years, that's Mongolia. You see? Okay, he's got all China. This is why he tried to get to Japan. Look at it. When he tried to get to Japan, they put boats.
Yeah.
There was Suriname. All his soldiers was destroyed, and it was done. It was the last.
They took over everything.
Yeah, most, because he have the whole power to go to get to Japan, because wherever he go,
Yeah.
nobody can
Yeah.
hang it,
Yeah.
But everything was in the sea.
Yeah.
That was everything disappeared. Tsunami.
So what happened to Albania?
No, Albania doesn't have to say with, I say, like I know from
Yeah.
that story and after. If you see Turkish,
Okay.
and at that time, Turkish was not exist, like but if you get the DNA, the Turkish population is Mongolian, come from Mongolian, It's they sit down there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They took the lands and they sit down there. I say for the Asia side, Bosphor is the Black Sea.
Okay.
It's half.
Where's the
Because-
Black Sea in here?
The Black Sea is there. You see that one?
In the top?
No. You see the Mediterranean. You see that one.
This.
Yeah, that's Bosphor there, and that's the Turkish between. The Turkish is half on the top, half on the bottom. You're gonna what are you gonna see in the Mediterranean Sea?
Yeah.
You see that? You see Italia? You
Oh,
see-
yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's Italia.
Yes.
That's Albania. Bulgaria, Albania in the front. So if you see Mongolia, they come all the way to the Bulgaria. You see her?
Oh, okay.
The
Oh, wow.
effect, but the most brown he was using. He put the power like a man's, like a administration, everything. The brown.
Yeah.
The yellow, he was going to take a taxis or whatever and go sometime around. That they have to go all the way to the yellow. They have a, he go and go back, stay.
Yeah.
But all the brown, it was a perandori, he was take care with the government, with everything.
That's like the majority of the
That was the
continent.
bigger,
That's
the
whole-
bigger perandori. He was trying to get all the world. If
got
we
pretty
don't-
close.
Yeah, like a Hitler that followed in Russia.
They couldn't get to America at this time, though. They couldn't get.
America was not existing at the time.
Well, people were there.
They don't give a shit for
No,
America.
I know, but they weren't crossing the sea.
It was crossed before him, from the top. And America is not the first time in the 13th, 14th century come. Portugal and Spain. They was come, the Sweden and, the...
They go to the top. They know
yeah,
it's
go from
closer.
the north side, They go. They have a lot of things. It's a they find it in the ground. In Boston. In Canada. They come from the top.
Yeah.
It was not the first time. America. From Vespucci. Vespucci.
Yeah. America Vespucci.
American Vespucci. This is why it's the name.
Yeah. Not George Washington.
What's George Washington? George Washington is some money guy. It's
He's
not
a
like that.
money guy.
It's not a fighter, Fighter was Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Yeah,
He was-
Lincoln.
Who?
Lincoln.
The 5th president? Is
Yeah, was not the first.
No.
Lincoln was in a Civil War.
Yes, he was. I mean, he's fought for the South.
What?
He fought for the South.
Yeah, but was not the first president.
Right. No, I know that. George Washington. James, which president was the fifth? Oh,
Yeah, it's
jeez.
the fifth.
It's not Lincoln. James Monroe is the fifth. Which president was Lincoln? 26th? I'm just
Oh.
making up numbers.
I don't know, like something.
What number? 16th.
16.
See, I don't know the history at all. My geography doesn't exist. My history, I only exist with the art history.
If you know if you know America,
Yeah.
it's you know the nation population was Incas and Aztec.
Yeah.
Incas was in South America, Aztec was in North America.
Okay.
You know, like in Mexico,
Yeah.
was the border.
That was the Aztec.
It was Aztec.
Mayan or Mayans? That was before.
Mayan, yeah, it was before, but this Mayan is Aztec. You know, it's like a kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya. You know,
Yeah.
Maya was the Aztecs was in Mexico, the center.
Okay.
You know, like the kingdom. You know, all that was nomad. You know, like north. You more go north was like
What year was the Maya population?
like 1500 before Christ.
And when was Khan?
Khan?
Yeah.
And, it's younger. It's after. But it was different, you know.
Yeah.
When I say different, you know, like Maya was fighting with Aztecs south
Yeah.
little bit. They was not go to. It was okay with their land. There was problem little bit in the border, but they don't want to go to get to catch it, you know. Like
They
it's
just
the
have
European-
trouble in the mix.
Yeah, like
They're
the
not trying to,
Peranors, you know,
yeah.
like to go to get boats. And I wanted everything I see my eye.
Yeah, they stay where they are, but
Yeah,
like
there
some
was
conflict at
there
the
was-
border.
There was not too much, you know. They don't know too much about the world.
They did some nice
Khan,
buildings.
They
Yeah.
know they have the map for everything, you know.
Oh, really?
They can't know the globe is like that. He know north is ice and south is ice, and Ecuador is because they come around to the sun. He was smart. He was not like a
Well, I don't think you could take
Hannibal,
over.
you know?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
you know. If you see Roman Empire,
Mhm.
after it changed everything. Why? Because the Roman Empire was the new was civilization. They have like a Congress, you know, like a parliament.
Doesn't look as big.
Who
The Roman Empire.
was not too big, but was was more. There was a center and more. The countries was more, like more money and everything, like they got Constantinople, you see, they got North Africa, you see those North Africa, all this
here?
Israel, that's Africa, that's Suez, the channel.
Yeah.
It's that way here. Yeah, that's
This
the Nile,
here?
that's Egypt. You go there this way. That's Israel here. There was Alexandria. You see the Alexandria?
Yeah.
And this way, they
What's
don't
this?
write.
The Nile? This is the Nile?
That's the Nile, yeah. That's the Nile.
This is the problem. Well, it's not the problem, but when you learn history just in the words and you don't have the map and you don't see the Nile and they don't show you, well, maybe they probably did. Man, when I was in
No, they
school,
have it,
I was dreaming, but it's
Listen,
interesting to
if
read.
If you see the Japanese maps,
Yeah.
it's very good. Like let's say not 1000 BC.
Yeah.
They have a lot of details, and the curious things is because there don't exist the airplane.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist the GPS. To make a the only thing was the how's call it the thing you give it the north and south.
Compass.
The compass,
Yeah.
yeah, that's to make the maps and everything. They was driving the compass,
Yeah.
put a signal. They go higher. They make You know, the first barometer. Barometer is
The barometer.
yeah. They give you the high, the pressure.
Let's look at it.
They give you how much high you are. You know,
Well, because the pressure changes.
the pressure change, and they give you the exact. Yeah, the barometer. You know, like. You know, what is the older one?
Trying to look for it. Hourglass. Where's the old one?
I don't know.
They all look the same, but how are they working? Is it just a coil? Is it like a Is it like a thermostat?
Uh,
Let's see. How does a barometer work?
listen,
Mechanical. Well, it's a mechanical.
Mechanical, yeah, mechanical. There's a spring, like some, you know, like a spring,
Yeah.
and the pressure go.
Yeah.
That's the older one thing.
This one here?
I think so. No, that one.
This.
Yeah.
Very old barometer. So this is their
Yeah,
pressure.
no, yeah, told you for the spring. You see that spring is air.
Yeah. You're gonna get dream time.
Eh?
Fun.
The guys who make those things was so smart, man. You know, like, because doesn't have information nowhere. Everything was in their brain.
He invented the mercury barometer.
600.
Evangelista.
Italian? Torricelli.
Does it,
Italian guy.
does it surprise you? Torcelli, right?
Anyway, so I'd say, you know, like the
Yeah.
Roma Empire, why it was separate? They get water 250 kilometers
Yeah.
to bring to Roma to make a restroom, bathroom.
What's 200? How far is that? What do you mean? They trenched?
It's existing. Put, how they call it, the Roma Empire water line. You know, the
Aqueduct.
yeah. So it's
I don't know. I'm just making that up.
they make like a bridges bigger. Yeah, that one. Look at that one. You know what's the country? The time is that one. How long is the shit? That's how tall is the fucking thing? There's water on the top. It's channel, and it's covered. Was covered.
Hold on once. What do you mean it was wet? So this is bringing water.
Yeah,
So basically, you see the elevation difference because it's got a slope, right?
yeah, but you know how far he bring it? It's not just only one.
What do you mean?
He drive a mountain so the channels, they make it a channel with, you know, like a line.
A good picture. I want to see it. There we go.
Look here. Is he bring it to the mountain, you know, the bridges? Look, the construction.
We'll search together. Yeah. Wow. How did they work?
Look. I say it's a construction, you know, like a,
Yeah.
when the people don't know nothing, they have a bathroom, you know, they clean the bathrooms in Roma, Italia.
Yeah. Well, the Roman, they had the toilets, right? You go in, they got the big room. You all same time. Where did they get the water from?
In a lake. It's one lake, it's very far, you know, like a,
How long? How far?
Oh,
Jeez. Wrong number. You got to be careful with the macros. See, now we're back. Hold on. Where are the... I mean, how do you think they do that if they're not sophisticated?
Eh?
Why do you think they're not sophisticated? What do you mean? You say the Mayans, they didn't know. They don't know.
no, I don't say they don't know. I say they was so sophisticated, so they have a like a
How many kilometers did you say it was?
look at that 264 miles, 426 kilometers. See that one was there? Yeah, is there?
Yeah.
264 miles. You know, farther.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
from here to Indiana, to Michigan,
straight line.
straight line.
What's the pitch?
The pitch was enough to come water, to come no destroy it, because you don't need a lot of pitch, so you destroy
What is it supposed to be, like
smooth,
eighth of an inch for every 8 feet?
something like that.
Something like the plumbing code?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. They have a lot of codes existing today. They have a valve, ceramic valve,
Ceramic?
okay, like a 8-inch.
Okay.
They find it sometime in Roma. They open they find the water line ceramic
Yeah.
and a pressure. They make a like a the gas valves, the older ones with one arm.
Yeah.
It's like a cone.
Yep.
And they have a one hole, so you return it,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have nothing. Like just one pin and a butter.
Yeah.
So they come, you round it, they
Yeah.
go down, but never change the like
Yeah. Like a gate valve?
that was like that, because the ceramic they spend it. You
Oh, it
open
was
up and-
threaded.
yeah, but they go and they never lose. They it all time closing.
They sealed it.
They seal it. There was a valve with they put a wood, like the amphor. The amphor.
No, what is that?
Amphors is so you keeping food. And, before long time they're keeping food inside, milk,
Okay.
whatever.
Where it's
the
cold?
wine, the ceramic amphor.
The ceramic?
Yeah, the amphors. Like a like
saying?
a bucket.
Ceramic bucket?
No
But-
bucket.
But
man.
what's the word you're saying?
amphor?
Is that American? Is that English?
English. I think it's English, or I don't know. It's Latin. I don't know. Amphor.
How do you spell it? AMFOR? What is that?
Yeah.
Storage?
No, it's a
I gotta find it. So what is it for?
keeping things. But it's the old one with the ceramic.
Okay.
You keeping food.
Yeah,
But
like a jar.
amphor call it when it's so long in the sea and you find it. Like the boats.
Yeah,
They get I'm sorry, but
it's okay. It's
they
water.
get boats to get the stuff from one place to the other place. They
Yeah.
pull it up the amphor with the ceramic cans
Okay.
with the caps. But sometimes it was with a point. You open hole in the ground and you put it like this so they can stay.
Okay.
And so you use the things to get it.
I don't know what you're saying though. I mean, arm for stoneware?
No, it's ceramic.
Ceramic. So it's a ceramic container.
Yeah, but the thing you got the noun you put the flowers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's with the ceramic.
Oh, the vase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
When you fill it up, they have a cap. You fill it up with food.
Yeah. And you store it.
Yeah, and you store it. But the valve is like that. Look at me.
Yeah.
They come like this, and there's a male, female, and they have a hole. The water go this way and this way. They
Oh, I
make
got
it with
you.
and they burn it, like a bucket.
Yeah.
And they make a valve, like. But the valve was like they find a valve 3-way, two-way, like they close, and they give it direction this way, the water,
Oh, this is getting this is
Okay, maybe it's not a language, Maybe I don't spell it good.
I'm just trying to see if I could bring it up.
Anyway,
Well, it's got to have a derivative, right? It's got to come from somewhere.
Eh?
It's got to come from somewhere. The modern technology, it
I,
evolves,
I
right?
know, but when I say nothing come from America, everything come from Roma, from China, from Japan,
Yeah.
you know, from Africa. You know, Africa is like Iraq, Iran, Persia.
Okay.
There was a lot of civilization there in the time. You know, if you check in Iran,
Yeah.
Iran is a very now look like it's stopping.
Yeah.
You know why it's stopping?
Hmm.
From the religions.
What do you? Oh, well, they take over and then they put a stop to what's happening.
No. You know the effect the religion world. If there was not exist a religion, the people doesn't trust in a God. There was been like now maybe 1,000 years more before, after more.
It's a valve.
Yeah.
Water tank.
You can do it. You can check. That's some for.
This one?
Yeah.
I got you.
But you can check. You know the ceramic Roma Empire's valves. You know
Yeah.
water valves. You know I can show you to you right away.
Porcelain valve.
You see that one, the cone inside. You know.
Click, because I don't. My hotkeys. This is it. The valve. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Okay.
Mama.
Well, that's the what?
The mama. That come
First.
first. After was with the two holes.
Two position.
Yeah.
Fast and slow.
And after come with the top two lines.
Okay.
When they close this one, they open the other way.
Okay.
So when it close,
Yeah.
they open this way. You do it the other way, they close that one, they open this way. Yeah, you see where it's in
That
a
copper?
museum?
That looks copper. Jeez.
This ceramic. Maybe it's copper.
This is, I don't know.
Maybe it's copper. I don't think so. It's copper. It's ceramic.
Maybe it's a recreation.
Yeah, it's something like a recreation. Yeah, like make it for show. Like to make howlas.
Yeah.
And you see the hole.
Yeah.
You put the wood.
Oh, the pipe to turn it.
Turn it.
Yeah. That's
Look at
okay. No, leave it there. You're good.
You good?
No,
I
the other
can.
way. Face this. Wait, hold on. Let's look here. I'll show you. Wait, go back. I want to see. I gotta go back. So here we go.
Anyway, uh, I don't know. We can talk one other time, something, but I don't think so. You recorded those things, That
Oh.
was like a privacy.
Which one? The other times?
No, that one.
I tell you, I didn't think it was gonna be a history lesson today, but I'm glad. It was good. I like it a lot of. I like you. You always got really good information. That's probably why you know how to fix a lot of things, because you know how things are made. It's like
Everything is an imagination. So if you're stuck in something to you,
yeah.
you say, "Oh, if I don't see it, I can understand." Oh, that's why you say, like the imagination is, when you talking about something, your
Yeah.
imagination how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Right.
You know, that's the, like if you see Italia or let's say French or let's say whatever, the Europe
Yeah.
buildings,
Mm-hmm.
everything. If you see around, like if you you just you just write the name, the Leonardo da Vinci, and you're gonna stay here in your computer. You're gonna stay maybe 1 year to reading him.
You read a lot about him?
Oh shit! He was, he was the big head in the world.
Yeah. A lot
You
of
know,
ingenuity.
a lot of things he did. They use it. They still use it now. They put things in a computer.
What
They're
about
making tools. They're making things. They're making a lot of shit
what about
because
with the
because
AI?
they bring it up. He's like he's alive.
What about what was the time era between him and Archimedes?
Oh, it's Archimedes long time ago.
Way before Da Vinci?
Yeah, way before Da Vinci was like I think it's 16th century.
Because Archimedes was
Archimedes was
yeah.
it's an zero time. It's a Christ time.
Yeah, he discovered a lot of math.
Yeah,
The
he
high
was
math.
yeah.
And then it got lost for a long time.
Oh, listen, about I told you, you see the map when I say you see the empire.
Yeah.
You know anything about Alexandria? The bibliothèque.
I don't know. I've heard about it, but I don't know.
So when Alexandria was born,
Okay.
that was stolen like 80%. That was not burned accidentally, like they say. They stole it.
Yeah.
And they burned it.
What do you mean? What was the
Everything was in a Bibliotheca Alexandria. Now it's in the Vatican.
we got to get in the basement of the Vatican.
Like if you Vatican is myster. Like a myster, like a something
Mystery?
dark. Yeah, dark.
Oh, mysterious.
Mysterio. Vatican. They, like the time was the
Dionysus. Who's Dionysus?
Who?
Dionysus? Anyway, I'm just thinking. What were you saying? What, Alexandria is a person or a place?
Alexander was the Great, was the Perandor of Byzantine, was the Macedonia, the Byzantine. Macedonia Perandori.
Okay.
There was Alexander.
Yeah.
There was the Great Alexander.
Yeah.
Was Perandor.
Okay.
That's different. Alexandria city.
Okay.
There's between Egypt and Syria, I think.
Okay.
And Alexandria there was a bibliothèque. Alexandria.
So
The bibliothèque
that's,
Alexandria.
so that's where they used to keep all the ancient knowledge.
Okay, so when the civilization at time, the Alexandria,
Yeah.
was very high. It was good. What was the problem? The problem was because that one, the power was so hard. The Christianism.
Okay.
The Christianism. Like
Yeah. Christianity.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Was so hard to get the power.
What do you
Because the effect from Alexandria was so strong. Because the guys was science guys. Like a kind of journalist. You see that one, the burner over there.
Yeah.
That's Alexandria. Or no, it's not that one.
It might be, yeah.
Why is 2017? Or
That's
is
when they drew the
is
picture. Yeah.
picture?
Someone drew a picture.
Yeah.
So
the crutches out. Like the horse guys with the crosses.
yeah.
I was call it.
You say the Crusaders?
Yeah, that was the time.
Okay.
That was They was killing people. They was killing science people, like
They were killing
like
everyone.
Galileo, like or Giordano Bruno, like the people who was
Smart. Enlightened, probably.
they kill it. They kill a lot around, like the smart people around. They kill
Yeah.
it. They make a pressure down, so they make it to be stupid, so
Yeah.
they can take care of the people.
Yeah.
They make that one we have solved the Christianism and Muslimanism. The bullshit. Well, you don't know it's bullshit.
I listen.
Listen,
Hold on.
what I try to say,
Wait.
I know you're gonna be problem.
No. It's not
This
gonna
why
be a
it's a
problem.
problem.
It's
This
not
why
gonna.
gonna be a problem.
It's not gonna be a problem.
No,
Listen,
this
hold
why
on.
gonna be a problem.
Listen, I know it's bullshit because I
okay.
have eyes to see,
okay.
but I don't know why it's bullshit. I don't know the history.
Why is that? Yeah, that's the history. They won't
I know.
start. They won't start.
Tell me.
That's business. It's a business.
So
it's
what you're
business.
So what you're saying is there was a
Okay.
big. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
just recap. You
Let me
tell
start from beginning.
But hold on.
Let me start from beginning.
Okay, go ahead.
Before the Christianism,
And Muslim.
Muslim is more late,
Older.
more younger. Muslim, yeah, is 400 after Christian.
Okay. I don't know. Okay.
So the Christian is the first. So they write at the 0th century, like
Yeah.
after Christianism.
Yes.
But that is the 0.
Don't worry. It's fine. I just want to see how the finish holds up,
Okay.
I want to see if it soaks it or not. I don't know how it
Yeah,
would.
they're gonna disappear after that, but not today. Tomorrow you're not gonna see it, but
I don't.
today you see
I
it.
hope you see it. Anyways,
Okay.
go ahead.
And before the Christianism come, there
Yeah.
was the religion was like a old one, like an old Greek.
Okay.
There was Zeus, Athena.
You're talking about the Greek mythology,
Yeah,
and
So
that you're saying
there
that was
was-
the dawn of
yeah, like
Christianity.
like a god from
Okay.
the air, the god to the sun, the god to the everything.
Yes.
To the sea.
Yes.
Now I don't know. You have a god to the sea? No. So it's got only one.
The Gato's afraid of the sea. They don't like the water.
Anyway, but before they have like a lot of people, if you see the German people,
Yeah.
they don't have the same gods in a Greek
Okay.
or Aztecs and
Yes.
Incas.
Yes.
All the most they see the most powerful was the sun.
Of course. I like that.
Yeah, the most powerful was the sun.
Always gonna be
Why
that way.
was the sun? Because the sun was exposed every day.
Right.
And they know if the sun is there,
Yeah.
we have a life. If the sun no is there, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
They say the sun's gonna come up again tomorrow, so we're gonna be alive.
Right.
They see something no sun go, they don't grow.
Right.
The animals that don't like to stay out the sun.
Yeah.
Everything, like
Yeah.
the green, the people,
Yes.
okay, the snow stay behind the sun, like stay more in the front, like
Yes.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why the Egypt they have the eye, not eye, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
the
eye,
IO.
but
Yeah.
it's in a dollar.
Horus?
It's in a dollar,
Yeah. Yes. The Io horse.
yeah, and everything. Okay, so after that,
Yes. That one's not on the dollar, but it's
where
That's supposed to represent the pineal
day
gland.
the Jesus died and the day Jesus born.
talking about Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay. He was born.
one day is born and one day is died.
He was born on Christmas and he died on Easter.
Hmm?
He was born on
not-
Christmas.
not just a day. I say
He
the
was-
calendar day.
The calendar day?
Yeah.
0.
What, born a 0 or died a 0?
He was born on 0.
You sure?
I don't know.
You
but
sure?
it was- According to the calendar,
How old he died?
33.
33. That's right. It's correct.
So I'm 40. So it's
Okay. So two things for the Jesus.
maybe, yeah.
One things so he born
Yeah.
and they followed the mom to kill it, and the carpenter.
Wait, what?
They followed to kill it, so they escaped from
You talk about Mary and Joseph,
yeah
or not Mary? What? Yeah,
yeah
Mary and Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah.
They took it in a donkey and they go. She was pregnant when she
Oh,
went.
right. They want to kill him, so they went to the stable. He was born.
They go in Nazareth.
But wait, hold on. Why?
But listen,
Okay.
after that day,
Yeah.
to 33 years old,
Yes.
nothing,
No time.
zero
Zero.
story for the Jesus.
Not till.
So he was nowhere.
Okay.
His story started when he was 31 year old.
Okay.
When he was 31 year old,
Yeah.
he was so smart boy, like a
Yeah.
young boy, like 30 years old, and he was thinking because he see the priests, the Jew priests,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have a God like a God, they predication, predication, like predication, talk about something,
They
like,
predicted.
predicon, like it's like to say to somebody, you have to listen that one, that is good, that is bad.
Okay.
So you talk about something. There was no Christ, like a religion that time,
Yeah.
They predication for
Yes.
whatever they like it,
Yeah.
And Jesus, they will say, somebody like him, somebody like them, somebody don't like nobody, somebody like, and he try say to make something so everybody to be okay.
Okay.
That was good. And what he gonna do? How was gonna do that one? He wanna make the people come in because like now, some people on the TV they go in a stadium or whatever,
Yeah.
and they go there and everybody walking like that. The flyer go inside in the mouth and out. They don't feel it.
Okay. Yeah.
So they do like this with Jesus. But what they do? If you see the story in the Bible,
Yeah.
so he do like this, and the boat was full with a fish. There was 3 days no sea, no get you one.
Okay. I thought you just said it was. I thought you said it was bullshit.
One a blind guy
Yeah.
was walking there, and he do this one like this. Say, oh my God. No, oh my God, what doesn't exist at time, Oh, my mom. So I can see now. Oh, magic. So who are you? Oh, I am Jesus. I'm, but he don't say first.
Okay. Well,
He say after, I am the son to the God, And when he say that one, the soldier, the Roman,
Yeah.
there was problem because the other priestess, they was losing business because the people doesn't go to them to hear them, they go to him.
Yeah.
There was a lot, and they were losing because they give him money,
Yeah. They want to know.
and they go to the soldier. They say, oh, you have two problems. One is Barabbas. Barabbas was a guy who fight the perandori,
Okay.
for freedom.
Okay.
Was not religion, nothing.
Yeah.
They were fight.
Slaves.
So because the Roma they catch it,
Yeah. They
wanna
owned him,
push
right?
it out.
So he was gonna fight
And
for
with the
his-
population, they
Yeah.
fight because they give you food,
Yeah.
meat, everything to them, and they eat less for it. Like it's,
Yeah.
it's the story. And you have a Barabbas.
Yeah.
But the most problem is him. Why? Because he's more dangerous than Barabbas. I say, what they do? They say like this. It's not our problem. That's mentality. We're not for mentality. It's like the general,
Yeah.
how's got the name? I forget the name.
Pontius Pilate.
And they say, okay, I'm gonna leave the power. Who's gonna be fault to the people?
Yeah.
But what they did, the Jews, They're giving money to the people around, so they say
They want to Barabbas.
say Barabbas, like
Save him. Yeah.
to save him, because that's just is how they call it, that people they steal in your money, they lie to you, like a
Nefarious.
yeah, for Jesus, and he fooled.
So let me ask you.
That was the way they do it for everybody, not for just for him. So when they did execution, was that one?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Most for higher people, not for garbage,
Yeah.
They kill it and throw it in the channel. But the most higher people, because they see the ladder,
Yeah.
so to take the hair down for the people,
Yeah.
they put it there.
Yeah.
And they
make an example.
And they hold it so they can get the body.
Yeah.
They leave it there 2 days,
Okay.
and they died.
Yes.
They put it in a cave,
Right.
naked, like was.
Yeah.
And they have only one. They have only one, like a blanket.
Yes.
That was from linen. Linen is a
Linen.
material.
Linen. Yes. It's got a high frequency linen.
Those bullshit. They scan it. Blah blah. Maybe that's true.
Yeah. The shroud of Christ.
Yes, maybe that's true. So where is the problem? If we say the Jesus was exists or not, it was exist.
Okay.
That's real.
Yeah.
And it's human, and it was real.
Okay.
What's the problem? The problem, he was not the son of the God. Maria was with Joseph. The house called the name the Maragos.
Miriam.
Eh?
The woman?
Yeah, with the
Mary.
but
Mary Magdalene.
no, Mary Magdalene was different. I say Maria, his mom, with the Maragos, the carpenter.
Joseph.
Yeah, with the Joseph.
Yeah.
That's why she got pregnant.
Yeah.
But Joseph was have money, and his friend was doctor. They say, we're going to be in a problem because she's now married and is pregnant. So what are they going to do? I'm going to say she's pregnant, but she's virgin. Well, how are we going to say virgin with it? And we're going to say, I don't know, but maybe the God know. Anyway, he was exist, but was like me and you, with a mom and father.
Okay, so what does it have to do? Why does Catholic?
Okay, after that,
Yeah.
Jesus have a helper.
Okay.
It was company.
Okay.
He was the president of company. There was 10 guys. It was called the disciple.
The disciples.
Yeah. One of these, the name, who go to the Roma, they go to say
Judas.
No, the traditore.
Yeah. Judas.
Huh?
Judas.
Judas.
Judas. Yeah.
Yeah. He, the last they call it in the picture, the last
The Last Supper.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was missing there.
The Last Comida.
Yeah, it was missing there. And there is a Maria Magdalena too.
Who is missing? Judas and Maria.
No, Maria Magdalena was there,
Okay.
but there was missing Judas in a picture.
Okay. Because he was out.
He was going there to talk, to say to catch him. Today is going to be there.
The empty chair is his.
So anyway, after he died,
Yeah.
in the cave was one stone that covered the entrance.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
The cave is true, and the stone's still there,
Okay.
and the place where they put it on is still there.
Okay.
But the 10 guys was shame because they say he's a god, and now he's died.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? They're gonna follow us with the punch us behind it.
Yeah.
We lost the business, but we have to go somewhere to survive because
Yeah. They're
done
gonna.
everything.
Yeah.
Bad business. They say, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go there. We get to Jesus from there. We hide it somewhere, and they say he going in the sky. The father get it. Okay, but they fucking have a soldier there. We're gonna take care of that. And get the wine, they settle there, they do, they drink, they open that one, 10 guys, because it was big stone.
Yeah.
They took them and they escaped. And in the morning, they find them empty. They say, I see Jesus was in the sky. I see Jesus was come and say, I see you. I sacrifice for you. And those, they start talking wrong, like a fucking, say the name, the general, the guy?
Pontius Pilate.
The pilot. They say, you going to find the body or I going to kill everybody, you fucking soldier. They represent everywhere. So they put it somewhere, like only those 10 they know. 9, not 10, because not Judah. Judah was not involved anymore, And from that time, he go in the sky.
Yeah.
So he's come back.
Yeah. How'd he come back?
And so what happened after 400 years?
Well, how'd he come back?
Eh?
How'd he come back?
He not come back.
Supposedly he came
He come back like you close the eye, you think he's back, but it's not.
Oh, okay. Right. There's people, they say he came back. Only in the imagination.
That's a joke. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But, the power, the Christianism,
yeah,
can go all the way around. You can go to China, to change the Buddha in India.
Yeah.
But they don't care. They care for people that don't have a religion like Buddha in China.
Okay.
They thinking for one thing, not for a lot of things, China and, and India and whatever.
Yeah.
So they worry for the people, they don't know where they go.
Yeah.
But they don't have a time to cover, all the Africa, Middle East, everything, East India.
So this is a propaganda.
That's a propaganda. They can cover up, but they come Muhammad. They say, why I don't take care of these people? Empty. So they cannot cover. So I have a chance to get the business. What I can say? I say I'm the son of God too? Oh, they're not going to believe me. How am I going to say? Oh, I'm going to say I meet the God. He catch me and he told me what I have to do. So who's going to say no?
He's a prophet.
That's a prophet.
It's a lot of prophet.
A lot of prophet. But he can't write it because, the Muhammad,
he's illiterate?
he can't write or nothing.
Yeah.
And he got one writer,
A scribe.
and he catch it like from here, sit down here, get the pen, and write what I'm going to say. But what was smart? He got the Bible.
Yeah.
And he make it the Bible one different way. He changed the names, people, and the size. But if the Bible say don't steal money from somebody, you're going to say that one too, because that's good. You're going to say, if you see somebody sick and hungry, get a piece of bread from your house, give it to him, help him. That's good.
Yeah.
Don't kill, the people.
Maybe he was enlightened.
Anyway. So it's something like that.
Yeah.
And they put the name Quran. But the priests, like Barabbas with the friends, they fight with Jesus. They was existing this population too, because they have they own. They start fighting him and start to try to kill it. He ran with his people and go to Syria. Okay. Syria at the time was Christian. It was black, but it was Christian, the king.
Okay.
And say, I'm your choice. Kill me or survive me, whatever you do. What do you do? I did that one. So you meet the God. You say, yeah. But you are the son too. No, I'm not.
You know,
No, I am not the son of God. What you say about the Jesus? Oh, he's the son of God. That's good. You say. Oh, how many gods do you have? You say. Oh, it's only one. What's the difference between yours and his? It's not mine and it's not his. It's his father and it's my God, but it's the same. That's good. Okay. And he keep it. They give you money, power, they help it, and leave it go. So he start again, and whatever is, they have the Quran after that, and whatever is now. But what happened? Gets they're still in years, they're still fighting, the blood line, anything?
of Christ or of Muhammad,
No, Muhammad doesn't have a bloodline,
the bloodline of Christ.
Christ, because the Christ with the Maria Magdalena have 2 kids,
That's
one
what
boy, one girl.
That's what I heard. Who was older, the boy or the girl?
The older was the girl.
Okay, good.
I know where is how old was different and where is going and where is they start trying catching round for fucking 2,000 years. They kill, they was married, they was have a kids, they have a blood,
Yeah.
the bloodline they call it, because they don't want to say he was human. They say he was the God's son. They not can be married and have a kids.
Yeah.
Most with Maria Magdalena,
So
she
why?
was in the street, was
why-
beach, and he get it, the help,
Yeah.
and he married with her. Not married like in a church, but he living with her.
So why he kill Baraba? Why he kill the scientist?
What?
Baraba killed us. He said, did you say Baraba?
Yeah, Barabbas was.
He was killing, you say, Galileo, all the
Oh
scientists.
no! I don't say Barabbas.
Oh.
I say the Cruzat.
Oh.
You know the Cruzat?
Yeah, the Crusaders. Yeah.
It's like a one company.
Yeah.
They call it like a business, a company, for.
I
but the
like how you
company-
look at it like that because
Yeah,
probably
to-
how
to-
it was.
To be simple, like
Yeah.
let's say you have if you see everything because they have a owner and around.
Yeah.
But the big owner and everything is the government.
Right.
So if you see the Constitution of the United States, the land is the federal.
Yeah.
Nobody have the land. That's why you pay taxes.
Yeah.
Nobody have it. You can have a bucket,
Yeah.
go everywhere, but you can have the project, the bucket, the land. It's all the way to the ground. If you go deeper, you're going to have a smaller because they go smaller. Up how deep they go smaller. It's like a cone, And at the center of the earth, nobody have nothing, like they disappear. But the top is
It's
it's
a lot.
United States. You go in the middle of the earth, they
Yeah.
can be smaller and disappear down. I say you can have a bucket, but you can have the project, the projection, like how it's called, like in the map.
Yeah.
That's ideal, the property is government.
Yeah.
But the government have a lot of things too.
So, but let me because we gotta get this going. But why is the Christian and the Muslim the bullshit then? And you're saying the
But I
scientists.
told you now, remember.
I got the
I
real
start
story.
here, but I start here.
So the Crusaders.
The Christian, they
Yeah.
make a big company.
Yeah.
And after that, they make the country. So to be more serious, they make the country. The
Yeah.
country, they call it Papat.
Okay.
They make it in Roma,
Okay.
and they call it Vatican.
Okay.
And it's a government.
Yeah.
They have a land.
Yeah.
And they say, how big we want the land? We can have a big land or whatever we needed.
This was.
But we don't need a big land.
So let me ask you this: was that
Wh-
then promoted by the Roman Empire to start taking over things?
they help him. They help the Christian, the Roman Empire. They help, you know.
Yeah.
That's why they bring it in Roma to save it. And they make it a country because they say we're gonna destroy it. You know,
So let
all
me.
the
I'm. Sh-
boundaries go up and down.
so let me.
That's gonna be up ever.
So let me understand for myself, because
Mm.
I think I'm making sense. So the Crusaders, you had a series of very intelligent scientists, mathematicians that was doing some
Yeah, the most
good,
books, whatever they
a
write.
lot of
in,
progress,
Yeah.
a lot of progress, short time.
Yes.
They adopted these stories, they push them to the people, because the true knowledge and the science they suppress to keep the people under control,
Mm.
more or less the gist of it. But they suppress it by killing these people.
You can have in control one people with no school, no culture, better, and
so-
you have somebody they know.
So that makes sense, because the way, you think back, like Galileo, they killed him because if you thought something that was outside the religion, they kill you. But really, they kill you because they want to suppress the truth to promote the religion so they could keep
That's
the
correct.
control.
That's correct.
It's
a
not
boss.
that-
It's a boss.
It's both.
It's a boss.
Some are just because people is crazy, but mostly it's because to keep the control and keep the knowledge down.
They say to him, you know,
That's interesting.
"Oh,
That's a more
we're
practical
gonna-
way to look at it.
We're gonna burn at you, you know, in
Yeah.
a wood
Yeah.
pilot tomorrow, because you say the Earth is around and come around, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna say that one anymore, because we gonna close your mouth. They close the mouth. They put something like and they tighten the back.
Yeah.
But you hear them when he's talking, you know. He say, we're going to take this out. If you want to say you change your mind, you know, and to say something, and then we're not going to burn you. You know, change your mind. But they say, okay, you have to say anything, so they change the direction.
Yeah.
Yes, you say. So listen one more time, the last time, you say. If you're going to understand one day how small we are, and who's the reason the earth turn around, you're not going to push nobody to say the other way. Because what's the problem? If I say it not come around, it's going to come around. It come around for a million years.
Yeah.
And they're going to come around for more million years. We're not going to be here. So whatever I say, not going to stop it. And I'm going to die at one other day, maybe hungry, maybe thirsty somewhere, you know. Nobody can help me. Maybe not like that. Maybe hang it or whatever, or sick.
Yeah.
With the cholera, you know, like a cancer, you know, like, or infection, you know, the cholera.
Yeah. Okay.
So put the fire on, you say, and you're not going to stop it there. And me too. I don't have a power to do that. It's not the big deal, you know, if I'm going to die.
Who was that?
Galileo.
I thought.
So whatever we say, you know, like that's why I told you the story come from Alexandria, because Alexandria from the Crusades, you know.
Yeah.
They go there, they stole it everything, and burn it. So let's say make sure they leave a back, like everything is to disappear.
In my head, this phrase from this guy's name is Alan Watts. He talks about the intellectual world of Alexandria, and how that's like one of the most potent vessels of ancient knowledge, true knowledge in antiquity. That's this area's one thing I remember someone saying was like before the biblioteca, like you say, in Alexandria, all the people, they bring them here. This place is a place of sanctuary. This place is for knowledge, to give support to people, because everything is wild. You go outside, it's a jungle, it's wild.
That's why.
So they keeping it, and they
To
have the
save
big
it, to save it, and everybody go there. There was like everybody. It was like university.
Yeah,
Not like, but there was the first university in the world. You know, the
Yeah, but-
first place where the people go to learn.
yeah. But it's not like school. It's not like school to learn. It's like to preserve the knowledge, to know what fruits you should eat, to know the good botanicals, the to have the drawings,
A lot of things.
Yes,
A lot
but
of things.
but to make it so you had the ability to have a chance surviving when you tried to travel, when you tried to make it somewhere, because without the knowledge, you had to have.
Yeah, but you know,
But it's interesting because yeah.
Alexandria Bibliothèque, they have a calendar like they have everywhere.
Yeah.
You know this calendar?
Hmm.
They say the earth come around.
Oh yeah,
They say they have a calendar. They use it to make a card, the paperwork, the crutches up.
yeah,
But they say no turn around. What the fuck? You know why is the calendar? It's 365 days,
yeah,
and in 1 year. They call it, you know, the year. They call it losing one day in 4 years.
yeah,
They put the 29th, you know, the 29th
yeah.
is
The leap year.
yeah. So there's the sun and there's the earth, and they come around like this.
Yeah,
And when it's far, it's winter. When it's close, it's summer.
right.
It's come like this.
Yeah.
But again, it's still a little ellipse, you know, like it's 365 days. How is going to be the sun there if it's not ever existed, the calendar, you know?
Oh right. Well, they
But they have a right in that one. Somebody take a ready, but they're not thinking about it. They read the calendar, somebody write it.
yeah, right.
Somebody write it.
Well, the old calendar was
Okay.
drawings, right?
Okay.
The old calendar was the reflection pool, not to reflect on your beliefs.
Mhm.
You look down, you document the location of the stars,
Mhm.
and that's how they started the calendar, right? Through the reflection pools in the sun and the stars. Right?
Listen, it's little, you know, like it look like a sample. It's a science. It's not too complicated, but look like a sample, but it's not so simple, you know. I say one people,
Yeah.
to make the calendar, he spent his life maybe for 30, 40 years writing down the
So-
shoot for that one.
Yeah, the whole life, right?
And after that, everybody have a ready, and
Yeah.
nobody know how he's making.
Oh, right, because he's seen it himself. Nobody
They
else.
don't care.
they
you
only-
know? You know the kids now go to school.
Yeah.
And you say how much is be 24 divide 10? It's 240. You just put 1 0 up. They get the calculation.
Times. Yeah.
They don't know about nothing. You know, like this is why they burned Alexandria to make the people goofy.
I get what you're saying.
There was a lot of things. You know.
Well, yeah,
there was a lot of
because
things.
most of the knowledge is very pragmatic.
When they take the information, they take the civilization, the population, the earth, they take it back like 500 years, right away. They
Yeah.
make it stupid 500 years.
Yeah, yeah, it drop you back. Yeah,
And still now, today,
but why?
still today, you know, they have a selection.
Yeah,
If you see, you know, now everybody go in a university, in a Julia, in a how's call it, in England. What's the university, the good one in England?
I don't know.
Yeah, who's the United States? The university.
England?
England is the how it's called, man. It's the better in the world.
Look it
Oh
up.
fuck, man! I have in my
British?
mouth. Eh?
British?
British University, the best.
Is it? I don't know. British University?
Yeah.
British
Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
why no everybody going to Cambridge?
I don't, because they're not smart enough.
Okay, listen. In Africa, a lot of people died with no diagnostic for the 6 or whatever, and
Okay.
a lot of kids.
Okay.
And They don't have a X-ray. They don't have machines. No villages, no towns.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
And you know what happened?
Mm.
The hospitals in the United States and Europe, they change it every 6 months. The new technology. And then you know what they're doing with the old one?
Mm.
They
Throw-
put it in a scrap
Yeah.
and they make it cars. You know?
Okay. So you lose it.
They don't want it to save the people. It's not because they're tired or whatever. They're making like a foundation. They say helping people in Africa,
Yeah.
like a Trump wives or Biden wives or some big ladies.
Okay.
They're making foundation. They say I help people. They killing million kids. They know they're doing that one, you know. And they don't help.
That's for
They're
the
joking.
money.
And if somebody kill, somebody,
Yeah.
put an electroshock, like because he killed because he fuck his daughter like a 10 years older, and they put a fucking and say, what you gonna say? I don't know what they're gonna say. For one, they kill him millions, and he's proud. They go in one country. They say, I give you the medallion or the thing.
Yeah.
Gift, so you are the first.
I don't know.
Yeah,
To the air. I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh no, in our country, like we love you.
Well, that's the big politics. I don't know much
Anyway,
about
that's big politician anyway, but it's okay. So I say that's the business.
it. Yeah.
Everything is a business. Everything is interesting.
Right.
You know,
Usually.
what happened with the Trumps. That's interesting. It's a business. That's not happened like that one, like that.
Yeah.
That was talking before. It's come the first time.
Yeah.
It was not ready. Not him. Them. Who helped him to go.
Oh, you're talking about the first presidency.
No, the first time the Trump was in the power.
The first time he had his first term.
2020.
Oh,
or
right.
18, whatever it was. And 16, what it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, 16. It was
Well-
4 years.
Right now, he's going to start. It's 2005.
Yeah, they're going to be 8 years.
Yeah.
They say the Constitution, they don't leave it two time.
Yeah, you can only have two terms, right?
They cannot.
No, you can have two. Only two.
Yeah,
Yeah, 8 total. 8 years total, no more.
yeah, but you have a 4 already.
Right, you can only have 4 more.
But you're going to be more again.
Yeah.
You know that?
4 more. Yeah.
It's going to be 12. The
No.
first president in the United
No,
States.
no. He's only had 4 years. This will be his 8 years.
Yeah, but you have a 4 before.
No. Yeah, 4 before and 4 now.
Yeah, it's going to have a more 4.
I don't, unless he changes the laws.
No, they're not going to change the law.
You think he's going to go 12 years?
They're going to twist the page
All right,
like
all right,
that.
hold on,
You know,
hold
you
on.
can read it like this.
All right.
You write it this way, you can read it different.
All right, so hold on,
You
hold
know
on.
how we're going to do it?
Hold on.
You know how we're going to do it?
What?
How you're going to be here and you're going to say, Riza, how you know that you're going to
All
do
right,
it like
go
that?
ahead, tell me.
You know the Rubio?
Nope.
It's just a vice president.
Oh, Rubio. Yeah.
It's gonna be the next election.
Okay.
It's gonna put the name for a president.
Oh, but he's not president then. He's going to be the vice president.
Okay, but it's in the law.
I got you.
And after 2 months, Rubio gonna say, and Trump's gonna be vice president to Rubio.
Okay, so, all right.
Okay,
All right, hold
and
on.
he's gonna say, I'm sick. I can't do my duty, the president, so I leave it. And the vice president go right away, and the Trump gonna be again,
He should be a crusader.
and it's legal.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that's very possible. I think you're right.
No, it's not very possible. It's
No, no.
100% possible.
It's
They're gonna be like that.
Right. All right. Well, I think that's a great prediction. I like it a lot. Well, here. So we'll have you on next time. We talk again. We go into some different details. I like that.
Okay, was nice conversation.
Yeah. Let me see. All right, shake.
It was nice conversation. Thank you very much for your time. I don't count so much time to talking to here, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you very much for coming on. Next time we got to do longer.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you soon.